Mr. Snajata, Regional Director of East and Southern Africa for IFAD. Mr. Valentine Chanchu, Program Officer for IFAD as well. Mr. Gundia, Permanent Secretary of my ministry, senior officers of my ministry, CEOs and members of the parasitical bodies under my ministry, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, very good evening. The wait, I think, is worth it, because we have someone here from IFAD straight away, delegated by the Director General to be here. So I'm very pleased to welcome in our midst Mr. Jata, who is, as I said, Regional Director of IFAD, and also Mr. Achento, who is, I must say, a friend of Mauritius now. He's been a regular visitor, isn't it? And he's been very much associated with many programs undertaken between the two, Mauritius and IFAD. So we are here for this signature of that agreement, which is known as the reimbursable technical assistance for the development of the seed sector in Mauritius. I know Mr. Jata, he's very tired, a long flight from Rome through Dubai. So I would like to express my thanks to you for having accepted to be here with us to proceed with the signature of this agreement today itself, given that you've just arrived only a few hours back. But let me at the very outset thank IFAD for all the assistance that has always provided to the government of Mauritius for the promotion of the agricultural sector. In fact, we have a very privileged relationship with IFAD, and we have over the years benefited from various lending programs for the implementation of numerous projects in the agricultural sector. The latest lending program was in 2009, where IFAD provided some $5.6 million and a grant of 400,000 USD to the government of Mauritius for the implementation of the Marine and Agricultural Resources Support Program, known as MARS, which was meant to be over a period of 6 years. And the objective of that program was to facilitate adjustment of vulnerable groups to pressures imposed by changing circumstances through the development of pro-poor policies to, inter alia, provide support to rural households, including smallholder cane planters, to diversify and improve their prospects for gaining employment. This MARS program was, however, closed in June 2013 by IFAD in view of the middle income country status attained by Mauritius. It was also found that IFAD support for agricultural development in Mauritius required a different kind of instrument instead for the conventional program-based assistance. Accordingly, a reimbursable technical assistance agreement was proposed as a future collaboration instrument between Mauritius and IFAD. And in line with national priorities and regional commitment to reduce food insecurity and poverty, we negotiated with IFAD for assistance for the strategic development. It's always bug sometimes. Yeah. So we negotiated to have that strategic development of the seed industry, including the preparation of a number of regulations under the Seeds Act 2013. I must say that Seeds Act 2013 makes provision to, among others, regulate the cultivation, production, trade, exportation, and importation of seeds in any variety of any kind of plant. However, as of to date, the Seeds Act has not been proclaimed because we lack the required expertise in the field to prepare the required regulations. I'm informed that Mauritius is the first country to sign this reimbursable technical assistance program with IFAD and to benefit from this new type of assistance. In fact, again, I'm informed that IFAD has issued a worldwide press release on the signature of this reimbursable technical assistance agreement with Mauritius. And as per this agreement, IFAD will inter alia provide the following technical assistance to my ministry. First, expertise to carry out a review of the existing Seeds Act 2013 and develop draft priority regulations in alignment with the regional regulations in the SADC region, that is the Southern African Development Community, and the Common Market for Eastern and Southern African Development Community, the COMESA, and also with other relevant international frameworks for the setting up of and operations of institutions created by the Seeds Act, and advice on the related preparation and validation of the applicable regulations. Secondly, to also assist us in the preparation of detailed roles and responsibilities of each of the national plant varieties and seeds office, sections which I believe would help in the development of the terms of reference for staff positions, as well as the determination of the related equipment needs in accordance with the provisions of the Seeds Act 2013. Thirdly, to also the setting up of management systems, be it administrative, technical, or financial, for the running of the National Plant Varieties and Seeds Office, including management of the registration of varieties process, of seeds, seed dealers, be it import, export, trade, and of seed producers, the establishment of a related computer web-based data management system for seed registrations, seed testings, and certification and maintenance of a database for a seed import-export national variety list. And fourthly, the development of seed testing capacity through provision for an assessment of staff, facilities, and equipment required for the National Seed Testing Laboratory, and the preparation of recommendations, carrying out of in-country workshops on seed sampling and testing procedures, seed health testing, management of seed testing results, and computerized data management and issuance of seed testing reports. Also, capacity development for certification of seeds and planting materials with a review of current practices for seed, root, and tubers, and preparation of draft certification schemes in consultation with stakeholders. And also to review the current value for cultivation and use, procedures and related training needs development for the cultivation and use protocols and data analysis. And lastly, carrying out of an assessment of the national seed production and marketing with a view to developing a national seed policy and strategy. The duration of the agreement for the RTA is 30 months as from the date of the agreement, and the total costs for the RTA are in USD $1,193,000, which is around 44 million rupees. Ladies and gentlemen, seed is one of the most critical and also costly inputs in agricultural production. It is also widely recognized that improved crop varieties and high quality seeds have a significant potential of increasing on-farm productivity and farmers' revenue and enhancing food security. Indeed, many authorities have emphasized that seed security is a precursor to food security. Over the years, the seed industry has undergone dynamic changes worldwide, and these changes have come with challenges that require institutional reforms in the local seed industry. Regional integration and international trade, together with scientific advantages in the area of biotechnology, have posed additional challenges that require the local industry to quickly adapt to the changing environment in order to remain competitive both locally and regionally. For the time being, the seeds produced by the ministry and planters are mainly of open pollinated traditional varieties, which are well adapted to our agro-climatic conditions and have proven to be successful over the years. Most of these traditional varieties are, however, old, and some are more than 40 years old, and now showing varying degrees of degeneration and are more susceptible to diseases. This is why there is an urgent need to promote the introduction and development of new, improved varieties of crops with features such as improved yield, high quality, and resistance to plant pests and diseases. The legislative framework has been put in place, and now to be able to exploit the full potential of the seed industry, we need to proclaim the Act and put in place all the required facilities. We want this agribusiness industry to become a main sector of the economy in the future, and it is against this backdrop that we welcome this technical assistance from IFAD to enable us to achieve these objectives. So I would like to conclude to once again express my thanks to IFAD for their continued support and collaboration with my ministry for the promotion of this sector. Thank you very much.
Honorable Minister, Permanent Secretary, ladies, gentlemen, my own colleague who has been actually fighting this battle for the last 2 years. Good evening to you all. It is true that I travel a long distance now. I'm a little bit drowsy, but I think I'll manage to get through my speech. And it is indeed a very great pleasure for me to be in your midst today on the occasion of the signing of the present reimbursable technical assistance agreement between the IFAD and the government of Mauritius. I would like to start by thanking you, Honorable Minister, yourself, for welcoming me and my delegation so very warmly to your most wonderful islands, strategically located where Africa meets Asia. I bring warm greetings from our President, Dr. Kanayo Nwanze. He recalls with fond memories the visit, the warmth that the people, the government of Mauritius delivered to him when he visited here in March of 2013. He would have liked to be here himself today. Unfortunately, because of the exigencies of work, he couldn't make it. Because of the historical significance